All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this new episode of The Reality Kenya. Of course, my name is Simi Kenya as well, and we are live from the Learned Corner as usual, where our guest is the Deputy Party Leader, Safina Party, Honorable Wakili Willis Otieno. Piki Ponki.
Pakamielo Disco.
Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
You're looking fresh.
I'm looking good.
Very nice.
I'm from court today.
Oh,
Hearing, yes.
Very smart.
Thank
Then
you.
you need to be in court every day we are shooting.
So that I should be wearing a suit.
Yes.
But you know, I'm with the people. People don't wear suits like this. People, when you're wearing a suit, people think that you're doing well. But
Hata wewe
economy inaturamba sana. Hiyo serikali ya Ruto inaturamba.
Hata wewe
kuna vile inaniramba sana.
Kabisa.
So I must dress like the people.
Yeah.
And show that we are in this together.
Yeah.
And we must address the challenges that we are facing today.
Yeah.
It's good the High Court has stopped, suspended the implementation of the finance bill.
Yeah.
And the matter is set for hearing. But we note with concern that despite the court order, the Ruto administration is still enforcing provisions of that act.
Yeah.
In particular, they refused to reduce the cost of fuel.
Yeah.
They are still charging us 16% VAT on fuel, and the price of a liter of petrol in Nairobi is 195 Kenya shillings.
Yeah.
When it should be 150 Kenya shillings. And in due course, we will call them to order.
Yeah.
They need to refund to the people of Kenya all that amount of money they've collected as extra VAT without a legal framework. And that is very unfortunate. If you look at last week when we had the Mandamano, first thing I must say, Kenyans have a right peaceably and armed to demonstrate and to express themselves.
Yeah.
You can demonstrate from day one of the month to the last day of the month, every single day. That is your right as a Kenyan. And the government has no business participating or overseeing your demonstration or permitting it. It is a right already granted in the Constitution. Yeah. The people of Kenya came out in their numbers last week, and they expressed themselves utmost displeasure with the rising cost of living, the high cost of living, and the economic pain they're going through. Yeah. But it's quite unfortunate that we noticed deployment of special security forces. Yeah. People are trained to fight with terrorists, to shoot, to kill. That was the response of Kenya Kwanza to Kenyans who are expressing their displeasure with the way things are going and the economic situation in this country. Yeah. That you send men who wear balaclavas, high-powered military-grade weapons to go and quell a demonstration. Yeah. Ended up killing many people in Mlolongo, shooting many innocent people. Yeah. It is quite unfortunate, and we must condemn that act. And those scare tactics should not scare anybody. Kenyans should still be courageous enough to exercise their rights in the Constitution. Yeah. Those rights were gotten by blood. Many Kenyans who came before us, they sacrificed a lot for these rights that we enjoy today to be entrenched. And the fear of death or incarceration should not make the present generation to fear enjoying those rights. In fact, if that be the price for a free country, then we should be ready to freely say, so be it, so that our children and their children will live in a free country that respects and responds to the wish of the people of Kenya. Yeah. And today the wish of the people of Kenya is that the Finance Act must be repealed. Yeah. It is causing economic pain to the people. There is no justifiable reason why that Finance Act is going to be implemented. Yeah. The people of Kenya, over 90% of them, have expressed themselves that we don't want this act. It is now onerous on the administration to respond and respect that voice of the people. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Yeah. And repeal it. Let's have a genuine conversation on coming up with a revenue-raising law that is commensurate and responds to the true pain that the people are going through.
Yeah.
You only collect that which the economy can sustain. And
Yeah.
so you don't end up causing people into depression, into economic turmoil just because you want to raise money. Because look at the cost of fuel once it goes up.
Yeah.
The cost of every basic commodity has gone up. I've just seen here today, Kenya Power have increased the cost of power by 63%.
Yeah.
Now, how much will it cost to produce goods in this country?
Because fuel and electricity are already
They're
up.
major components in the cost of production, the value chain. They are necessary components of any production that you're doing.
Yeah.
And once the cost goes up, it is the ultimate consumer, the common man, who will feel that pain in the terms of the price of the goods or services which they will be procuring.
Yeah.
And so it means that we are going to still be subjected to more and more pain.
Yeah.
And it is now or never that the voice of the people needs to be heard.
Yeah.
The demonstrations that are taking place in this country, in my view, is no longer about Azimio and Kenya Kwanza.
Yeah.
This is a demonstration by the people of Kenya to reclaim their economic space. They want a government that is responsive to their needs, so that even if today Baba was to meet with Ruto and agree,
yes,
if the repeal of the Finance Act is not the number one agenda on the table, I assure you, there will be more and more Kenyans on the streets demanding for the repeal of that act. This pain must come to an end.
Yeah.
And this pain will only come to an end when Kenya Kwanza realize that they're in government and they must not govern according to their own wishes, but according to the desires and the wishes of the people of Kenya, in a way that alleviates their pain, in a way that gives them an opportunity to live a life of dignity.
Yeah.
Right now, they are only causing us economic pain. You can't tell us that we're going to suffer for 1 year, and then after 2 years, things will be better. Who told you we'll be alive after 1 year? Who told you we'll be alive after 2 years?
After 2 years.
You may die before you get to that 1 year.
Yeah.
That is why they must respond to the problems today, not next year.
And if you look at the maandamano we had last week, and we also have a number of 3 consecutive days maandamano lined up here. Do you think so far they have felt the pressure from Kenyans, and what do you think might be the possible outcome? Of
course, the pressure, I'm sure they're feeling the pressure. The demonstrations are, number one, an economic impact on the collections by the government.
That money that they want.
The money that they're looking for. It affects the money they're able to collect.
Yeah.
Number two, it shows public displeasure of the regime. So politically it's going to cost them, which I don't mind. As we are in opposition, we don't belong to that administration.
Yes.
So it is important that they respond. They respond in a way that will get the people out of the streets. I don't think you'll get people out of the streets by shooting at them. You will only get people out of the streets by listening to their grievance and coming up with measures and policies that alleviate the pain which the people are going through. Yes.
And now, last week during the maandamano we had, actually for the first time we saw, initially it was called an Azimio thing, like you said. And last week, if you look at what happened, we even saw people from various places who never used to participate in maandamano before, now coming up and joining up the team. At what point do you think, if the government keep resisting, because right now we are still seeing some of them just stamping, claiming that they are goons, just mayhem, just to cause economic chaos. At what point do you think Kenyans should now, let's say we have done enough? The government
this thing is it will let a snowball effect. It will keep rolling over and over. Remember when Baba did his mandamano early in the year?
Around March.
Those mandamanos were largely about Azimio and their issues. But this last one is a mandamano about the people. And the issues which is raised in this mandamano are issues which don't know your political affiliation. It affects an Azimio supporter, a Safina supporter, a Kenya Kwanza supporter. Because the pain we are facing in the economy is a pain that everybody is going through. When we cannot afford food for all of us, irrespective of your political affiliation, that is your pain. When the cost of power goes up, the cost of fuel goes up, there is no fuel station for Kenya Kwanza supporters. There's only one fuel station that serves all Kenyans irrespective of their political affiliation. So everybody is feeling this pain. And if the campaign continues, the demonstrations continues the way it is.
Yes.
Kenya Kwanza will have to climb down from the high horse where they are and address the problems of today. Yeah. And my main issue with them is that they think the problem is Raila Odinga.
Yeah.
Baba is no longer the problem.
Yes.
The problem is not the people of Kenya. The people of Kenya who are saying your economic trajectory is causing us pain.
Yeah.
Can you lift this yoke of pain out of our necks and allow us to breathe? These people have put a yoke on our neck. They are squeezing life out of the people of Kenya by causing them economic pain.
Yeah.
That yoke must be removed. And no, I was just reading in the papers and watching on TV yesterday.
Yeah.
Even the police are saying they are getting fatigued.
Yeah, it was
They're
a news
getting
last
fatigued,
year.
yes, that they're getting fatigued by going out every day. You know, one thing that I must say,
yes,
is that government is about consent.
Yeah.
Even if you look at the number of men in uniform,
Yeah.
the policemen, even the army, all of them, vis-a-vis the number of civilians, the number of men in uniform is far much less than the civilians.
Yeah.
Barely even 1% of the civilian population.
Yeah, sure.
So you cannot use the security forces
Every
day to contain the civilians.
Yeah.
What you need is the consent of the civilians to submit freely to your authority or your administration.
Yeah.
If you're going to use the police, so it means that you're going to pity the police against their civilians.
Yeah.
The police is meant to serve the civilians, the population. And me, history has told me, anytime an army or a police force goes to war with its civilians population,
Yeah.
the police will lose.
Sure.
I've never seen where the police have gone to war with their civilians
And they win.
They will always lose. Why? Because the numbers, people submit to the authority of the police.
Yeah.
So you'll find, like, in one police station, how many policemen do you have?
Let's say 15.
15 or even 20.
Yes.
But you have how many civilians living in that locality?
Almost
Can even be
50,000,
50,000,
20,
right?
yeah.
So these 50,000 people have submitted that we respect, this is how we want to order ourselves.
Yeah.
So you can't send these 20 people to go and start fighting and killing the 50,000. No.
Yes.
If the 50,000 decided to fight back,
Yeah.
so you cannot win.
True.
So using the police is just escalating the matter for no reason.
Yeah.
This is something that let us sit down and agree, repeal the Finance Act, call it back, come up with measures that is going to, even if it means bringing back subsidies on some of these things, in the short term, as a breather, so that the people of Kenya don't suffer what they are going through.
Yeah.
You will buy some space, but if you want to use you will shoot those guns until the guns will go silent.
Yeah.
What population will you have to rule or to lead when the guns have gone silent? Because you can't kill all your population.
Yeah.
So will you kill all the Kenyans who are feeling angry? And people are demonstrating in different ways.
Yeah.
Some are going to the streets, some are staying in their homes.
Yeah.
Because if you look at what happens on the day of demonstrations, many people lock their businesses, they stay at home.
Yeah, sure.
That's also a form of demonstration. They decide that on this day we are not participating in the economy.
Yeah.
It's a demonstration. So what will you do? Will you go and start forcing them to come out
And
to
open
their
shop.
businesses?
No.
Or force them to go to work? So it's not. So the only viable way, in my view, repeal the act, bring back subsidies if need be, but come up with a governance program that is meant to alleviate the pain that the people of Kenya are going through today.
Wow. Wakili, one last word as we wind up too. The Kenyans and Team Piki Piki Ponki.
Team Piki Piki Ponki,
yes,
we
always
must
want to listen to you each and every day.
Yes, we keep engaging.
Yes.
And it is important that now people are discussing what Safina we believe in.
Yeah.
As we always believed about in economic liberation.
Yeah.
That is the war that is going on in this country today. A fight to liberate our country economically.
Yeah.
That even going forward, you will never come up with a finance bill or a finance act that does not have the input of the people of Kenya.
Yeah.
A finance act that just causes pain on them. Kenyans are rising up and they are coming to this conversation. This we always said is our conversation.
Yes.
We believe that this is going to be what you call the third and final liberation.
Yes.
The economic liberation of the people of Kenya. Going forward, political leaders, what a tea, they will always listen to the voice of the people.
Yeah.
And they'll never come up with painful and punitive measures to raise revenue that is meant to disenfranchise our people.
Wow.
That is where we are. And Team Piki Piki Ponki, Team Safina, Strong.
Kabisa.
Kabisa.
Mapema
is best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Wakili. Thank you so much, everyone who has been watching. This is the Reality Kenya. Of course, my name is Simi Kenya. We look at this each and every week. Keep subscribing, keep sharing with your friends. Of course, keep following Wakili as well. His channels are running down there on TikTok, on Facebook, and on Twitter as well, each and every day, so that we can grow together as a family. May God bless you. Until next time, bye-bye.